Hi, welcome to the market recap video. I'm Chart Gal Lori and I am filling in for Charting Man Dan. So let's talk about the market. What is there to talk about? Bulls, 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 and more bulls. So we have CPI tomorrow. We have a lot of great levels that were broken and we have some support levels. But one thing I can guarantee you is after CPI tomorrow, a lot of those levels will be wrecked. So let's go over what happened today and let's start with ES. ES got a 4-hour bull break. We got an early sign of that with RTY and pre-market. RTY had broken this 4-hour high of 1828. It had broken it in pre-market and the other three indices were unable to break it. So it kind of gave us a canary that the market could be leaning more bullish, and ES did have a chance at breaking that 397325. And then we had NQ, 4-hour bull break, and then we had Dow. 4-hour bull break, but definitely not as convincing. We broke it by $26. So on SPY, if we look at the daily, we have a gap to be aware of at 39631, and we have now a gap below. So we have cleared the daily 50 MA. We have not cleared the 200 MA. And let's go back. Let's go to NQ. We have not cleared the daily 50 MA. So that provided some resistance today running into that daily 200 MA. And always check your futures charts. And even if you're using the non-paid data version, the NAS 100, that's okay as well. But I really think that the futures really provide more data. I know they provide more data. So if you look at the 4-hour on NASDAQ, we closed overbought. QQQ did not. ES, 4-hour, we closed overbought. SPY did not. So we're hourly overbought, 4-hour overbought going into CPI tomorrow. I honestly was anticipating some de-risking into CPI tomorrow, and we didn't get that. So what are we looking for tomorrow is we're looking for a potential 4-hour higher low on a pullback, which is the more likely scenario because of the amount of room that bulls have given themselves. And as Dan has been pointing out for weeks now, he's watching this 2-week, and we're all watching this 2-week inverse head and shoulders that is forming, and it is not confirmed, and it's looking a lot better now. Let's see how much progress the bulls got today in negating the bear flag. So now the daily bear flag is negated, the weekly bear flag is negated on ES. And on NASDAQ, is it negated? Yes. So bulls did a lot of good work today. Let's see what they can do tomorrow, fending off any bearish reaction. If you'll excuse me, I have notes on the other screen. I'm just going to look at them. So they're expecting 6.5. The previous one was 7.1. So anything with a 7 in front of it would be bearish or anticipated to be bearish. Anything between 6.5 and 7, I would think maybe a mixed reaction, and below 6.5, I would expect a bullish reaction. Now, did we price in a bullish CPI today? Possibly. So we never know when things are priced in. So we are just open to all scenarios. And CPI tomorrow is at 8:30 Eastern. Looking at the dollar, this was our other clue of a potential bullish day, was dollar had a daily bear flag forming, and so did the US 10-year. Look at this daily bear flag forming. And so US 10-year is a headwind for indices, especially NASDAQ, with those debt-laden big tech companies. So with US 10-year being weak, that behooves or benefits the NASDAQ bulls. And as I said, RTY really led this fight today. And what happened with all of that short covering? Well, let me show you what happened. So this is FinViz, and this is a free screener. You can pay for it, but you can use most of the screens unless you want to do custom things. You can use it for free. So I just toggled in, tell me what names are over 400,000 in average volume, and the short float's over 30%. Tell me what happened today. And it tells the story. So what happened going into the end of 2022 is we had a lot of beat up names, lots of short names that are heavily shorted. And you can hold those shorts into the next year, and then now the realized gains are this year and not next year. So now shorts are covering. So we had a massive short squeeze today on many names like Bed Bath & Beyond, Carvana, Beyond, UPST. Look at these gains. Look at these huge percentage moves. And we also saw it in the marijuana names. So that tax loss harvesting that usually goes in at the end of the year, where people were selling their longs, shorts were holding because shorts had a profit, longs had a loss, tax loss harvesting combined with shorts holding, and that just made for a great recipe for a big short covering rally. And we've seen that with MARA that's ran over 60% in the first 6 trading days of the year. So it's always good to remember in December, January, what's going on behind the scenes, and keep your eye on those highly shorted names. All right, Bitcoin has a 4-hour uptrend. On the daily, it looks great. It's approaching overbought. I would not be an eager bull up here. I would be more of a comfortable bear because this weekly 8 EMA continues to suppress price. But right now, bulls don't have a lot to complain about. Gold, this was an odd reaction. So this was pretty odd toward the end of the day. This is a potential diamond bearish reversal pattern forming on gold. And look at the dollar. The dollar was sideways today. So why did the gold give up the goods? So that's a slight bearish divergence. We're in an hourly downtrend. Your support is 1870 and 1882. But if we zoom out, there's nothing to be concerned about on the daily chart. Looking at oil had a massive bull break, double daily inside bar bull break. So we had this 4-hour EQ break bull over 75.92. We had inventory today. So this is our second. So we had a daily inside bar, not a double. A daily inside bar bull break. Inventory just really fueled those longs. Regardless of this large move, odds still favor a lower high compared to 81.50. We don't need to lose sight of that. Nat gas has inventory tomorrow. It is super weak. It broke through that quarter low level, and we set that low at 3422. The bulls have bounced now enough for an hourly higher low. This could be forming a bearish reversal, a diamond bullish reversal pattern. I've been talking for 12 hours about charts, so thanks for giving me a free pass today. So an hourly diamond bullish reversal pattern is possible right now in nat gas. We have inventory tomorrow. These bulls have a lot of work to do. There's not a lot to be desired on this chart from all time frames down to the 15-minute. Okay, looking at my notes. Apple. So Apple has a daily double top at 133.51 and 133.41. So Apple closed with a pretty key double top that we need to watch into tomorrow morning. And remember, regardless of these reactions tomorrow, RSIs can get extended. RSIs mean a lot less with data. So you need to look at shorting and going long levels and not overextensions into overbought or oversold zones. Amazon led the way. We cleared the daily 50 MA and it just had a wonderful day. Look at this. It was just beautiful. It really put on a show toward the end of the day and just led us in that rally at the end. Tesla, it's like someone turned the sell switch on here. It was going great in the morning. It was outperforming the market, outpacing the market, and then boom, someone flipped a switch. It felt so heavy. What was the volume today? The volume was average. It just felt heavy. It couldn't get anything going despite Amazon's extreme bullishness, which Amazon is its first cousin in consumer discretionary. And XLY was having a great day, but Tesla could not get its act together. XLF, we're approaching this resistance here on the weekly of 35.90. It really stands out here on the daily 35.90. We're approaching that. I would think that could be a potential level to short. XLV had a blase, just whatever kind of day. It pulled back pretty hard. It had a bearish divergence to market, and then it finally got its act together, but nothing impressive. XLY was impressive. Wonderful day, despite not having Tesla participate. XBI finally broke this daily range that we have been monitoring for a very long time. It broke that 84.18. We've been in this range for about a month now. Bulls are going to want to see 85, 84 taken out a little. We want a little more follow through. We broke over this level by 36 cents, but the bulls, that's not 36, 35 cents. We need a little bit more convincing. So had a good day, nothing terrible, nothing impressive considering we got that bull break early on. You would have anticipated more bull follow through. MSOS, bulls popped and then dropped. Again, we had some short covering, and then other bears just stepped back in and said, no, you're not getting any further. CVNA had a big pop today. LCID, I'm just giving you examples of those short covering names. Tilray, CGC. Tilray had one of the better closings of the day, closed up near the high of day, which is always what we want to see. If we're going to get any continuation tomorrow, you want to see it close near the high of day. So in conclusion, lots of room for 4-hour higher lows. We'll see what happens. Any CPI number with a 7 in front of it, I would expect bearish to extreme bearish reactions. Anything 6.5 or below, I would expect extreme bullish reactions or bullish in general. Anything between 6.5 and 7, we could get a mixed bag. As you know, we have lots of algos. Algos really cause a stir in pre-market because we don't have a lot of volume, so they can really move the market. So that's why these data points are usually pretty market moving. So stay careful out there, and Dan will be back next week, and Jason will be covering the market recap video tomorrow. Thank you for joining me.